believe we're online. No. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is True Powers Mine, and this is Special Report Live, TPIM style, baby. Today's date, March 14, 2019, the year of our Lord. You know, I'm just sitting here, enjoying the waves, wishing California, or dreaming California dreaming, I believe, Mama and the Papas. But the reality is, I'm Missouri, landlocked. But that's okay, because here at our international global studios, we broadcast the truth one episode at a time. So let me just jump right into it. And this is, we're going to go here. And then we're going to go to, let's see the other side first. Let's see what's going on the other side of the news. All right. Really? Testicular Bill of Rights. What kind of madness do we got here? Georgia State Representatives drafting Testicular Bill of Rights in response to heartbeat abortion ban. Wow. So, to promote the evilness of abortion, they're basically trying to suggest that sperm have heartbeat and should be entitled to life. And you know what? I agree with these chicks on a certain level. Us men should have control enough now, because let's be honest, in the root of this, she's right. The sperm is alive. That's why you are born of your father. You just come through by way of your mother. But the life force in you is coming through your father. Now they're going to take this and distort it to get men to, once again, men and women to compromise who are righteous. Oh my God, yes, I know Bobby, Joe, and Earl down there on the farm. They ain't gonna quit whacking off on the tractors down there. So let's just forget about this abortion thing. Let's all go home. I mean, when you put it in terms like that, I wouldn't even want to walk up in no one's crib like that. There could be juice stains everywhere, touching a door handle. But you know what the sad thing about this is, guys? Well, people are talking about jizz and babies being murdered. No one's talking about the psychic ramification of all this death. And one may ask, what do you mean by psychic ramifications? Every crime, every act has a consequence. Both, or not just both, but on all levels. Individual, local, national, world, and universal. You may sit here and think these babies dying, you don't have nothing to do with it. You wasn't there when the baby was being put together during the act of lovemaking. You wasn't there when the baby was gestating in the mommy's uterus. And you certainly wasn't there when the baby was being born. So you don't have nothing to do with it. It doesn't affect you, but it does. Now, you're right. On the individual, personal, perhaps even national level, affect you. Planetary level and universal level, absolutely will. Absolutely will. Number one, on the national level, just think about it. Just consider this. If your own nation is killing its young, what's the difference between that, honestly, and let's saying soldiers coming in and killing just the children? Oh, those children are wanted. I got it. I got it. Those children, the parents actually love them. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Those children, there's financial means to support them. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So what's the deal once again with the other children that are being basically kept on life support just out of the charity of their moms until she realizes the little feller that knocked her ass up doesn't want to have shit to do with her, or till she sees the writing on the walls, realizing there's not going to be a free ride anymore for just having a shit ton of kids and no father or no support system in place. Or maybe she just wants to, be able to maneuver herself into the pocket of a rich man. And we all know these rich boys nowadays, they just don't want the excess baggage. And unfortunately, there's not a middle class, male populations that's willing to pick up the excess baggage as well. But you know what? If this is truly what we have degenerated into, or dare I say, actually evolved into, because honestly, if you go back in time, it really gets more dismal and quite worse. So really, today is about as best as it gets. You're going to notice that all these people who advocate for abortion and all the people who compromise on abortion, we have to atone for this on a universal level, in a universal kind of way. And this is why this world, this planet, this universe is so perfect that God designed for us, because he allows for all this. He allows for all the blasphemers. He allows for all the homosexuals. He allows for all the Democrats. He allows for all the Republicans. I'm just throwing that out there too. He allows for all the far left, far right. He allows for for everybody. And the beautiful thing about it, everybody comes up short. That's why I'm not going to go in so hard on these women. Oh, they're this and that. No. Because I think the vast majority of these women who participate in abortions, I think later on in life, if they don't die of like severe cancer, uterine cancer, I think later in life they realize being a nut bucket, it really wasn't as fun as they thought it was going to be. And certainly the ramifications of being that after after the lights off of them and the lights on to the next chick, because that's the real reason why a lot of older chicks can't get along with younger chicks. It's because younger chicks are pretty and they get all the attention. And the older chicks used to be pretty and they used to get all the attention. It's a vicious cycle. It's one of those money cycle type things, aspects. People kind of hate it as long as, people hate it as long as they're on bottom. But as soon as they get a taste of the, get a seat at the table, get a taste of the pie, then they're all about it. Same thing. It's sad though, guys, because there is another way of living. There is another way of doing it with respect and dignity for all. But there's so many haters out here now. They're hate is so justified. But it's sad. I don't want to think about the abortion stuff no more. I mean, if, you know, obviously stories come up, we'll report on whatever, but it really breaks my heart knowing that at the end of the day, at the end of this hour presentation, hey, what's up, TJ? Welcome to the show, buddy. It really breaks my heart to know that at the end of this presentation, you know, within the hour, what, 7, 8 babies are going to be aborted worldwide, at least, maybe just alone in this country, perhaps even in my state. But what to do? We soldier on. That's what we do. Talk to those who get it and who can understand it, and the others, well, they're just going to have to deal with the consequences. And once again, guys and girls, there's always consequences, both good and bad. Hold on, I'm trying to get this into frame so everybody can see all the hoopla. I'm just joking. Okay, let's see. U.S. military steps up cyber warfare efforts. Well, about time, guys. It's about time. Hold on one second. Guys. Sorry, I left my drink back. I'll be right back. Nothing like having a non-fluorinated thing of water to drink in the morning. Distillment is awesome. And then replenish with vitamins that I want in water. Okay, now let's subpoena issued in North Carolina election fraud investigation. Ain't gonna go nowhere. Green books, live apps, launches for megas. Netanyahu, Israel is the Jew. Netanyahu, Israel is of the Jewish people and them alone. Well, that sounds kind of typical. Israel is a nation state of Jewish people and them alone. Righteous. Here we go. We have a atheist nation that doesn't even believe in, you know, God for real. And we already went over this in past shows. Please check out past episodes. I don't want to get into all that. But apparently this state is just for Jewish people alone. So that's good to say for them. So the next man, does he get a nation just for himself? Do we never learn? Do we never learn? This planet is for us all. Peace and blessing, bro. I've been having trouble with the connection to Everett, including cable. Have you talked about the budget cuts to education and how all of them? No, not yet. I will get to it, Ramon. I will get to Ramon, brother. I just had to go in real quick on this, not Jesus piece. Oh my gosh, listen to me. No, it infuriates me when I see this guy. And this guy, that would be like Elizabeth Warren, straight up, 2,000 years from now. Elizabeth Warren, 2,000 years from now, talking about the continent. No, let's just make it more localized. The island of Manhattan belongs to the native people. It was swindled from us. And we want it back, and this is going to be just for us. But it's Elizabeth Warren, not the true native indigenous people that suffered. or that was spoken of to be on that land. Totally different animals. And then not only do they come like a virus comes in to the land, shuts it off from everyone else, and there you go. No one can say nothing because you're anti-Semitic. If you do, heaven help you. Now this is not cool, and this is not justifiable. I understand, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Much love to you and your family. But thank you, brother. It's sort of like almost at this point, it's almost like it's a pre-written script, man. I jump on here, I already know that I'm one voice against this demonic beast. And it's fine. Because I know I'm being heard by real human beings. Not faux ones. But you know what? Like I was saying about the abortion thing, everything has consequences. Both good and bad. True enough, both good and bad. But to take people's land and then have the audacity to be, we're God's chosen people. So I guess the real genetic people that was claiming that they were chosen people, they don't count no more. That kind of lets you know that whatever God they're playing with is not the real God that was spoken of in the Bible. Because the real God spoken of in the Bible doesn't forsake his people like that. Now people break the commandments and they get punished. But God still loves them. He still has love for them. So all I can say to that story is either one or two things are about ready to occur, if it has not already. One, they're laying down the pavement or the framework for the inevitable rebuilding of the temple. Or two, they're going to start building that mug sooner than you believe. Sooner than you think, that temple's going to get built. It's going to probably be slapped together in crazy fast time. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. Senate confirms White House official, blah, blah, blah. FAA grounds Boeing 77 MAX plane. Okay, I want to talk about this one for a second. Actually, I got a couple of interesting little notes from my last. Remember the day before the Ethiopian plane crash? I did the show, and I said that people are going to be, weeping and crying as they're plummeting to their death from the plane, and then the next day, the Ethiopian thing happens. Okay. Oh, jeez. I'm drawing on the spirit, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little cloudy today, but I want to explore where does Boeing gets its part. Because as you all may know by now, it should have already came out in the news, I believe, that the fact that the Boeing thing is being grounded, the Chinese are having a boom in sales of their planes. Hey, LJ, James, welcome to the show. These people in the 21st century Israel came in the back door and professed to be the chosen ones of God. What a joke and a blessing. What a joke with the blessing of white America to do the math. Yes, definitely to support the Zionist crowd. Definitely to support them. Evangelical too. But once again, when you're sort of like with the space thing, all the space agencies from all different parts of the world conspire together. When you're on Team Satan, and let me just be clear on this, not all white folks, not all black folks, not all any kind of people you can see with your eye type folks are on these teams. It's what's inside of the meat bag that counts. I hate to say it like that, but I want to get this to really be drilled in. It's what is on the inside. A lot of people say just because you see someone in a certain type of skin, no, that's nothing. Trust me, when evilness comes your way, put it this way. Let's say you're an Asian brother. And all you do is kick it with Asian dudes. That's all you kick it with. No one else. If someone gonna disrespect you, it's gonna probably be another Asian man. If someone kills you, it's gonna probably be another Asian man. Someone wipes your wife or your children, it's probably gonna be another Asian man. If you don't vet people correctly. Listen, man. You are better off to shut yourself off from this world than to participate in this. You know, it's almost will be better for people just to quit consuming the Roundup food that they're providing. Quit drinking the chlorinated water they're providing. Unfortunately, you can't really stop breathing the chemtrail air they're providing. And truly just rely on God. At least you'll know the truth for yourself. And that's what I'm saying. You know, you have all these different groups saying that they're going to stop something. You're not going to stop spit. They're letting you see this in these news releases every so often, but I'm telling you the big picture, dude. Agenda 21 is going to come down for real. You're going to take that fucking punk ass microchip, or your bitch ass is going to starve or be in some sort of prison where they'll inject you anyways. There's going to be biological agents spread out throughout the forest and shit. Probably designed just to target human. And we can, use it at that perverted time in mankind to justify keeping all mankind out of these preserves so that the animals can have a chance. They just started a space force and don't want to tell anybody what they know is out there. Yes, well, I had John Lear on before. You know, the space force thing's been going on forever. You know, we've had people off-world and whatnot. But that's not what's so concerning, though, TJ. What's so concerning to me is how we are stuck here. I mean, think about it. And this is total fantasy now. What would happen if everyone had access to basically get off this world, go to a brand new pristine planet, already populated with plants, and it basically the only disease you bring is disease that's inside of your body from this joint here? How many people will still be on Earth? I'm serious. I mean, how many people, I'm just a loyal Democrat, I'm just a loyal Republican, I'm going to stay true to the United States, while everyone else is just piecing out this bitch, going all over the universe, building their own shit? How many people will stay here if given a choice? I mean, if there was another planet, seriously, where I can just pick my whole family up and we all just peace out, we're late, we're gone. You know, I don't have to have no buddies, so, nothing extra. Or, if they want to stay, they can stay, whatever. But I think there will be more people just disappearing than you could imagine. Because the only thing that locks us into our nationality, the only thing that locks us into our kingdoms, the only thing that locks us into our organizations or associations, is knowing that you really can't run from shit nowadays. You really can't go nowhere. Everything's too integrated on an international scene or international level. But the next frontier, my friends, the next Wild Wild West, boys and girls, will be the greater cosmos outside the biosphere of the Earth. Now, I know a lot of people have trouble with this concept that we as a group we as a, let's just say, class of people, and I'm talking across the board now, boys and girls, it's almost as if the technology's here right now for all of us to be able to leave Earth. But purposefully now, at this point, we're kind of forced to live on this mud ball. We're kind of forced to play whatever little role we're playing, in our lives, whether, you're account executive or, lineman, carpenter, whatever. But all that could change at a snap of a fucking finger. It's almost like they want this grand opera to play out with all this death and destruction and needless waste of human life just to fulfill some sort of insatiable appetite for death that somebody has down on this planet that we will one day call the Antichrist. It's just not him or her. It's the whole cabal behind them that's been working on this thing. Now I want to move on. Let's go to right-wing person have fake death threats. What? So some sort of right-wing personality appears to have another Smollett. Here's the white Smollett right here then, guys. Jacob Wolf. Fake death threats against himself. No, he probably does want to kill himself. I mean, after all, he is, I mean, look at him. Hold on, let's see if you guys see him in the picture. Look at him. That's another fucking Chelsea Manning just waiting to happen. Another cut and tuck job. Oh my God, I wish all these confused people would just, I don't know, form a political party other than the Democrats and Republican. I'm just scrolling through here. This is, once again, man, I don't got time for liars. Now I'm actually on Drudge Retort right now. It's like the left side of the, Drudge Report, I guess. Hold on. New York Attorney General opens investigation on Trump. 70 million prepared for bomb cycle. Okay, Dick Cheney challenged Pence. Oh, God, he should be one to talk. I tell you what, Pence, when I was VP, Halliburton was making a shit ton more money. You pussy. Go hunting with me, I'll shoot you. That's what Dick did. Took his old feebly ass. That's what, if I was Pence, I'd be like, you know what, Dick? At least I haven't shot nobody on a hunting trip. And I shut his old ass up. He'd be, I'm having a fucking heart attack. Trump reportedly whines about Jews voting for Democrats. Oh, Italian bans non-vaccinated children. And that's coming to a state near you too. Heaven forbid you have these unvaccinated children running around. They could actually infect the vaccinated children, don't you know? That's the mantra, at least they say. It's pretty retarded when you think about it. Vaccination should imply that, if anything, the vaccinated child is a threat to the non-vaccinated child. Dems aren't moving left. They're returning to their roots. Okay, if they're returning to their roots, then you know what? Donald Trump has two fucking parties. He got the mega crowd, and he has the Democrat mega crowd. Because if anyone is a student of history, when you're talking about the roots of the Democratic Party, then you're talking about the aristocracy of the South. You're talking about the plantation owners, the straw bosses, the little white overseers. That's who the Democrats were, KKK people. So yes, so I guess people are having an effect out there. Now these folks here are just going to band together on both sides, for real. Okay, blah, 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 nothing else. U.S. and the only two nations still flying. Okay. Oh, I know what I was about ready to do. Let's go up here. This is pertaining to Boeing. Does Boeing use Chinese parts to build new aircraft? Let's see where I'm at. 250. Let me kick her down to 100. Corporation of Boeing to set first overseas factory in China. Whoa. Okay. Check it out. This came out in March 13, 2017, the year of our Lord, just 2 years ago. Boeing to set up first overseas factory in China. Corporation of China, LT something, will start to build a Boeing 77 or 730. So I wonder if this wasn't all pre-scripted. Because check this out. Grounded to the max. Travel chaos. Passengers in limbo. Okay. Boeing travels blessing for made in China planes. Now this came out March 14th, 2019. 2 years and 1 day later. Airlines worry about buying from China. Another 5-side, blah, blah, blah. Chinese government, blah, blah, etc. C919. Let me. Oh, I can't get that stupid shit off to see the rest of it. I need more information to see. Okay, this is the state-owned. Now, where was that one story? It should be on this one. Now, I want to see who are these people. There it is, right here. Comac. Knew I saw that word. Holy shit. Hold on, let me go over here. Get a new thing going, popping up. So we can really see what's really cracking with the Boeing thing. And the proof's always in the pudding. They always put it right here. There it is. There, Comac. Bam. Comac was set up by Boeing back in 2017. No wonder these fucking planes are going down. So we basically have Boeing, and this could be little Alex Joneses, but we basically have Boeing setting up Comac back in 2017. Fast forward in time, 2019, Boeing's plane starts crashing. Boom, boom. Guess what else is going to crash, guys? This is so funny. The plane plants in these United States of America will probably be closing. But yet Boeing will still be making money through Comac in China with cheaper labor. You don't have to worry about health insurance and shit, and let the Americans and the unions fucking deal with themselves. Watch and see if that doesn't play out like that. You heard it first here on Special Report, March 14, 2019, the year of our Lord. And I'm right here. This is from Bloomberg article this week. Let me get these links. Copy. I'm putting these links in the chat room so we have physical record here. And then I'm going to do a Google search that I did. Copy. And you can check this out. And this is all pertaining to Boeing. And you can see. You can see it for yourself. Will made in China jets threaten Boeing's and Airbus. And this was in April. So like they always gives you little hints like this coming out. Boeing hires Chinese aviation company to make 777 parts. Boeing delivers the first 737 jets from competition centers in China, completion centers in China. Oh my goodness, you really want me to go there, James? Brother James? I can. The whole issue in these United States pertaining to unions is the fact that the wealthy class does not want to see a free and educated lower class from their point of view. And lower class will encompass everyone from upper middle class all the way through to poverty, homelessness. So you have homelessness, the working poor, the lower middle class, or the lower poor, or the richer poor class. You know, that's, or I guess another way of saying it, just the middle class. And then you have the upper middle class. Those groups are basically the ones who are doing quite well in those groups. You typically find that they belong to some sort of union. Now, unions got in trouble back during the 30s because of their affiliation with the Nazi part, or not the Nazi, but the Communist Party. Communist Party members will often organize unions, especially in New York and throughout the Midwest. And then when these same people started to try to organize black field workers into unions, that's what saw the resurgence of the KKK. There was other factors as well, but that was a contributing factor. So now we're at the point now, folks, where, think about it. When it comes to unions, there's only a few big ones out there still. And there's still only a few that really have really good paying jobs. And that would be in the airline industry. Listen, man, America's about ready to be taken out the game, guys, for a couple of reasons. For one, they're losing power here. They can't control the joint. And if this place cannot be used as a resource refilling for the dominant groups that are in power right now, then they'll rather have this place burn and all habitants in it burn within. You know, it doesn't give me great joy. I laugh at some of the darker things, but that's only because if you don't laugh, you will ultimately cry. And I'm not really about tears on the show. I'd rather laugh. Because, boys and girls, yes, Team Satan's going to look like they're going to win the big show. But they're not. Just endure what you have to endure. Bear what you have to bear. And once you're out of here, get your reward then. I mean, I know that sounds so cliche. I don't want my rewards. I want my rewards now. Well, then go ahead, sign up for Team Satan and get your rewards, pal. Get them. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not even going to try to talk you out of it. Get your rewards, man. Get them now. Get your heaven here on earth. Because you know what? We both know you don't have shit coming after. Now, I'm just being real. We know you don't, and you know it too. So I'm saying just go to your father's team. Get with your backstabbing brothers and sisters and go on with it. But you righteous brothers and sisters out there, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. God knows what you're going through. He hears your cries. He understands your frustration. That's why when he drops the vengeance for us all, it's not going to be a good day to be on Team Satan. I'll tell you that much. Now let's get back to the other news here. Comac. Yeah, so this is how. This is how. This is how we lose our ability to make planes. That's not necessarily cool, but oh well. They got their still things to look forward to.
Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, Limited. COMAC is a Chinese state-owned aerospace manufacturer established on the 11th of May 2008 in Shanghai, China. Point 1. The headquarters are in Pudong, Shanghai. Point 2. The company has a registered capital of RMB 19 billion US $2.7 billion as of May 2008. The corporation is a designer and constructor of large passenger aircraft with capacities of over 150 passengers, in an effort aimed at reducing China's dependency on Boeing and Airbus. Point 3. The first jet to be marketed is the ARJ-21 developed by China Aviation Industry Corporation I, which will be followed by the C919, which made its maiden flight in 20174 and has attracted interest from Chinese airlines. Point 5. The C919, which can seat up to 168 passengers, is meant to compete in the market for single-aisle jets dominated by Airbus Industries A320 and Boeing Inc. 737.
Okay, thank you, Grace. By the way, that's Grace, our UK correspondent here with Special Report.
U.S. aircraft giant Boeing will set up its first overseas factory in eastern China, aiming to deliver 100 Boeing 737 planes a year, official media reported today. Boeing and Chinese aviation manufacturer Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China Limited (COMAC) will start to build a Boeing 737 completion center in Zhoushan by the end of March. Scheduled to make its first delivery in 2018, state-run Xinhua news agency reported.
Okay, I'll retract that. Boeing didn't help set up COMAC, but they already started doing ventures with them. So once again, remember when I said cheap Chinese parts? The reason why these planes are falling out of the fucking sky is because they are made with Chinese fucking crazy ass parts. Oh my God. This is, hold on. What's up? Brother Marfa and I always said there is very little that happens by coincidence. I try to keep it in mind from now on. That is very wise. Listen, hold on. I should open up the phone lines just for these little chats. The thing is, hold on one second. The thing is, we are being played as U.S. citizens. We've been played for, this ain't a black or white thing. I'm just talking about a citizen thing. We literally have had leaders, high officials selling China technology. And they're all in bed with corporate entities that stands to make a lot of money using Chinese capital and Chinese cheap labor and Chinese budding robotic development, which will replace us all. You know how far advanced we would be if we would have never helped rebuild during the Marshall Plan, Europe, and honestly, Japan. If we would have kept all the technology to ourselves, and not only that, actively said, if you're a country, because we just got finished burying 56 million motherfuckers, if you're a country and we detect you developing any advanced weaponry, I don't give a fuck if it's a lightsaber, whatever, we're going to blow you off the face of the earth immediately. Then there would have never been an arms race. There never would have been all these human experiments on people. There never would have been all these scientists making biological agents. Because the bottom line is, and this is on the universal level, what you make to take away freedom from other human beings will one day be used to take you out. In other words, if you make the sword, you're going to die by the sword. You make the gun, your ass is going to die by the gun. You develop a nuclear missile, you're going to die by the nuclear missile. Warfare is a perversion of life. It is. You're actively seeking to destroy another being with freedom of will. Now, we can justify it all kinds of ways till Saturday. Oh, well, these people, they do this or they behave like that. But those are judgment calls on your part. And once again, it goes back to not having basically faith in God, knowing that he knows what he's doing. And I'm not saying it's not legit to think that people can't rise up and enslave you. I'm not saying that at all. And honestly, that's quite legit and pretty much how the world works. But all that shit that goes around comes around. All the shit that is coming around has already been around. The reason why they don't want to tell you, folks, about the real truth of the history of this planet is because that would give certain people hope. And it would crush the dreams of others. The reason why they don't want to tell you that there's life outside of these four corners of the earth. And let's just break it down this spiritually for 1 second. Whatever spiritual tradition you may be exposed to or actually participating in right now, remember this. Your deity, whatever it is not of earth. That in itself is life outside of earth, just on that level. Not to mention all the subsequential races in between man and God. See, you have to start looking at race in terms of this. You have man, that's a race. You have birds, that's a race. You have fish, that's a race. You have aliens, they are their own race. And the thing about it is, the love for humanity should never get perverted. In other words, I hope that obviously after we go through the up and coming turmoil and tribulations, hopefully humanity doesn't turn into like human supremacists, meaning that, picture this. 4,000 years from now, a group of, human youths, let's say they're, 15 to 21, they're on another planet somewhere. And, we're interacting with another race of beings. And these kids are like straight up, human power punks, and they're fucking kicking the shit out of aliens and fucking them up, exploiting them. We don't want to do that, guys. We want to love each other, obviously, to where we're not fucking each other up. But we have to, this innate anger or innate hostility within humans. We have to learn to channel that in a constructive way. That's why I'm very big about art. I'm very huge. Taking that anger, that raw passion, and using that energy and directing it into a canvas to create a work, a painting, or writing down words to make a poem or a song, or going out there into the dirt and grabbing a huge chunk of clay and spinning that wheel and molding that clay and let that anger out. We have to generate other avenues instead of political avenues to release our anger. Because what happens when we do it politically, a lot of us with the same anger comes together and that anger gets amplified, and then it explodes. And then you have a big mess to clean up. We may start to believe that one day people We'll finally get it together. We'll finally realize the best way to be is natural. But I'm telling you, that day is not near. Before we get to that day, we're going to have to go to the day where our young people are going to be begging for cybernetic implants. They're going to be begging for upgrades. They're going to see their heroes walking around like Supermen, able to do crazy things because of these implants. But all those implants are ultimately trying to achieve. And once again, it goes back almost to the original war. It's as if we're going to have to relearn the lessons of what happens when we don't do the work ourselves and we allow things or other beings to do the work for us. There'll come a point in time where the thing that's doing the work will realize it doesn't need us. It doesn't need a micromanager. And then we'll be deleted. Or the vast majority of us. There's only going to be a remnant left. And if you look at any definition of a remnant, it's less than 10%. It's a remnant. It's not a piece. It's just a remnant. So let's just put that in perspective. 8 billion people, 10% of that, 8 million people or so, 80 million people. Hold on, let me pull that up. My brain's not 8. Yeah, that's 8 billion times 0.10. Yeah, that's what I thought. 800 million. Listen. Listen. Listen to what? Listen to another human who's dying just like you're dying. Clueless to everything. Thoroughly indoctrinated just like you guys. Desperately seeking the truth just like you guys. The one thing I do know is the present course we're all on. It's unsustainable. People not caring. I don't know who this Beto is. Believe it or not, I don't keep up with the news like most people think. I mean, I was up there at Walmart, ran into a buddy, dude follows me on the internet, and he was asking me all these questions, and I was like, man, I'm just here trying to get some milk for the baby, dude. We ran out of the milk. I just ran up here real quick. And asked me all these questions. Guys, please don't confuse me with my guests. For the most part, I am just as bad as you guys. That's why I actively, enjoy crowd participation. For one, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't have all the answers. I have a couple of perhaps answers or solutions, but I don't have to, I'm not God. Servant. And I want to bring this up too. The platform, the movement, special report. Right now, I am the acting true powers mind. But I'm building this thing up to facilitate it to where one day, who knows, maybe the next true powers mind's listening to me now. You, my friend, will be in this seat. I'll be gone to glory or wherever. But you will be doing this. And I'm so thankful for you. Even if I never meet you, which I doubt, I'm pretty sure I will. Especially the hangover, the passwords, the archives of all these videos and all the information. Unless, you do your own thing, go your own way, whatever. True power is mine as a title. In other words, just a title. And I really hope that the next True Powers mind is far more advanced with their presentation. They're far more articulate with their words. I hope they're just as sincere as I am with the essence of the show. Man, listen to that old raggedy ass sounding car. Whatever. But anyhow, guys, I think I'm coming up on the hour point. Yeah, 5 more minutes. An hour. So let me give you 5 more minutes of truth. And then we're gonna do this thing. The truth with this guy, Tucker Carlson, quasi white nationalist. Remember this, friends, the lessons from the Weimar Republic. Hitler came to power not by twisting arms of people. Oh, you better vote for me. No, he did it because he fed on the innate hate that's right below the surface on everybody. The reason why folks who appear to be, basically haters do so well in this country, and you might want to get your handkerchief out because you might be crying if you never heard this before. This country was founded on hate. Racial hate. Religious hate. And now they're getting to the point to where they're trying to victimize themselves. I forgot what, I was on doing some recon videos. I like watching videos from everywhere, but this was a white nationalist video. And I don't really pay attention to the video per se. I go to the comments and read it. And this comment had like something like 200 and something thumbs up. It stated, when is the white man going to wake up from the oppression of the blacks and other non-whites and this and that? And I was like beside myself. I'm like, what happened? Where are these black folks oppressing white folks or non-white folks oppressing white folks? Collectively, in the same sense that melanated men and women have been oppressed. What I was seeing was the perversion of victimization. Victimization. Mark is going to be on Carl Nelson's show today. Oh, well, good. Awesome. Then I will... Oh, I'm getting all kinds of... Holy shit. Okay. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm just getting notification after notification. All right, I'm not going to touch it, because as soon as I touch it, another notification comes in. But apparently, Mark Manheim will be on Carl Nelson's show. And you know what? I really should just mute the mic, call up Mark Manheim real quick, and see what time. But I'll just text him. Because I'm not trying to steal Carl's thunder. Carl's a true journalist, has a huge show. I'm just a guy in the country, just doing my little thing. I want the information to get out. I don't care who gets it out. I just want the information out. So basically, Tucker Carlson's the next Bill O'Reilly, which was the next, I guess, Larry King and all that. But it's always the same gag, I just want you guys to put this in perspective. For those of you dreaming of a political solution to a lot of our collective ills, out of 535 senators and representatives to the United States Congress and Senate, only 52 of those folks are melanated. Out of 535 435. Now there's 435 representatives. So I think we can count on our one hand how many black senators there are. So therefore, there's only, like what, 51 or so representatives that are black, melanated. That's the score, guys. We're only 13% of the population, probably way less than that by now, because of abortion, because of murders of the young men and women, so they don't produce babies, the dying of our elderly. And I wanted to give a shout out to all the ancestors today. Not worshiping you in no way, but just giving you respect and a thank you for all that you've had to endure for us who are living today to exist. But I would like to ask God, if there was any way to kind of bypass all the pain and suffering to come, could we do that? But if we can't, we can't. That's just what it is. Okay? New York PD accidentally records sex with boss on great. Pride to 75th, the 75th precinct with Michael Dow. Any of you guys know that story? Pretty corrupt situation that was going on up there back in the day. But Michael Dow did do the honorable thing, I guess. He didn't snitch on nobody. He took the fall and all that, but sometimes I wish the whole story would come out. But I understand when you're in that type of lifestyle, you better not talk. Boy, you get messed up. British Army recruits at 5-year high after snowflake ad. Huh. Well, they just shamed some people and turns water. Ooh. Venezuela water turns black. Government invests in some power, loot, run the Cuban to launch sweeping makeover single party system. I thought they already had that. Video shows shark kissing diver. Okay, here we go with the zoophobia. Hold on, before I go, I just want to make sure this is true. I just got a side message saying that, hey, what's up, Cobra Brother? Salute. I want to make sure that this isn't true. Texas state law makes it legal to sleep with animals.
According to the Texas Tribune, Texas is one of 8 states that does not have a ban on the books against bestiality. It's not a crime for people in Texas to have sex with animals. When law enforcement comes across animal sexual abuse cases, they often only prosecute offenders for animal cruelty or public lewdness, according to various officials.
Wait. Holy crap. Well, thank you for sending me that on the side note. I did not know that. I did not know we had 8 states that basically people can get busy. What a sick world. What? I try to compose myself. I did try to compose myself, but I cannot control this no more. Oh my God. And these are the people we're supposed to emulate? These are the people we're supposed to look up to and want to be, revere? People that don't have enough sense not to even want to have sex with an animal? And then we wonder why these legislators can make laws pertaining to abortions being cool and stuff. Because these people are so far gone. They're so corrupted. They're so done. Oh, God. All I got to say, people, don't eat fast food no more, man. Don't go out to your McDonald's. Don't make your food yourself. I mean, little Charlie's out there. Hey, I got to take the trash. He goes outside and he's up there fondling cats or dogs or whatever the crap. Please check out water turn black. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Oh my God, man. I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to have to do after this show to calm down. This is crazy, man. This is just crazy. Elite school hit with first suit in college admission bribery scam. Okay, let's go to here. We're checking out Venezuela. Venezuela water turns black with horrified resident waking up to find that their tap running with oil. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pain from being on your feet? Dr. Scholl's orthotics provide immediate all-day relief. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
San Diego, 13 de marzo del 2019. El agua Pacífico tiene horrible.
Halliburton, are you watching? Halliburton, watching, guys? Somebody needs to tell these folks we don't got to go to war. Just go down there and get a water bill turned on, and we can get all the oil we want. No one has to die anymore, guys.
San Diego, 13 de marzo del 2019. El agua.
Well, as we all know, Venezuela is full of oil. Horrified resident in San Diego, Carbambo State, posted images of the dark water on social media, complaining that their supply has been contaminated with oil. Oh my gosh, could you picture how funky? Because what most people don't realize, if you ever had the opportunity to say go to Texas and go near an active oil rig, it smells. It really does stink. But this is really, really sad. So, well, guys, the things are coming in. I just want to let you guys know they're already out for the first the power grid, now the water. Well, of course, Brooks, of course. You know what I mean? Let that water go out for a few days. People start stinking and carrying on. Then dysentery, cholera is going to set in because they're going to be getting their water probably from an open air source such as a creek or a pond or a cesspool. Not properly treated. Yeah. So it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And it's sad that these people have to be played games with just for this oil so that we can have these plastic cups. We can have, without oil, our whole world would come to an end. So I got to go, guys. It's been good. This has been Special Report. Thanks for watching. As always, live your life without envy, hate, or greed. Live it with integrity. And as always, let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace.